your friends. News 5 on your side starts now.
We begin with breaking news tonight. Right now, Cleveland police on the city's east side after the discovery of a body. It was found inside a vacant home on East 93rd and Fuller. The area taped off right now while police investigate. This location is not far from where 14-year-old Aliana DeFries disappeared from last week. News 5 just confirmed police were searching for DeFries when they found a female body. We're tracking this developing story. Updates for you as soon as we get them. News 5 following more breaking news tonight. This developing story out of Canada.
Quebec City police confirming now that several people are dead after a shooting at a mosque in Quebec. Right now, police have not confirmed the number of dead or injured, but say 2 people have been arrested as they continue their investigation. Old Man Winter is back, causing major problems on the roadways tonight here in Northeast Ohio. Right now, whiteout conditions are slowing things down. In North Ridgeville tonight, Route 10 is closed after a semi crashed and started leaking fuel.
Yes, the slick roads may be to blame for this 3-car crash at Quincy and 79th. No word if anyone was hurt. Right now, let's check the roads with Storm Tracker 5. Photojournalist Brian Sobolewski braving the slick roads for us tonight. He is heading for the snow belt east on I-90, and you can see the road completely covered with snow. It's continuing to fall at this hour. Traffic moving slow. You see one driver there on the right side of your screen actually driving with their flashers on.
All right, let's take a live look at the radar. Right now, snow squalls continue to persist in some areas, making for a messy night and possibly a messy morning commute. Power 5 meteorologist Jennings Webb is here now tracking more snow. Jennings?
Yeah, this is about timing here. We're going to continue to see the squalls persist across the area. This shot of greater Cleveland, things slightly better compared to about the 8, 9 o'clock hour, but we still have advisories and warnings in place. Right now, let's track the squalls as they're making their way onshore near whiteout conditions across 271 into the Solon area. That's where you're seeing the heavier bands from Cleveland Heights to the Beechwood area, Pepper Pike. You can see the darker blues, even Lakewood. This has been an equal opportunity from the east to the west side for everyone to get in on this moisture. I am tracking this setup here, greater Cleveland, downtown Cleveland to Avon Lake, Westlake. You're going to continue to see probably another 1 to 2 inches of accumulation, even making its way into northern Geauga County, also Lake County. Those are where the snow warnings, lake effect snow warnings in place for those 2 counties, an advisory in place for Cuyahoga all the way into Ashtabula. It looks like they have put a warning just now for Cuyahoga County until 10 a.m. Now, as I said, this is about timing. We'll see a slight break throughout your overnight hours for some locations well to the south, but closer to the lake, we're going to notice the bands start to spice up again right in time for your early morning commute. I'll show you how much accumulation we'll see. Also in my 7-day forecast, I'll show you when daytime highs in the 20s, they return.
Just in tonight, a technical glitch shut down Delta Airlines system in Atlanta, forcing all outbound flights to be put on hold. Right now, flight 2291 and 5205 headed here for Cleveland. They're showing no takeoff information. Call airline. The Atlanta-based carrier said on Twitter that it's working to resolve the issue as quick as possible.
Voices louder than a jet engine echoing through airports across the country.
As protests erupt for the 2nd day in a row over President Trump's new travel ban.
This is a complete disgrace against American values, against the U.S. Constitution.
Thousands of people across the U.S. turning out at local airports today, joining the protest against President Donald Trump's ban on immigration, blocking access to the U.S. from 7 Muslim-majority countries.
Last night, a federal judge issued a stay on deportations, but despite that, emotions are still running high at airports from Los Angeles to New York. Those protests sparking a rally right here in Cleveland.
Yeah, hundreds of people demonstrating at Cleveland Hopkins Airport this afternoon, many of them holding signs that read, "No ban, no wall, and all are welcome."
Muslims and all refugees, not just Muslims, all refugees from all around the world that are trying to get into this great nation to come here and better themselves and leave war-torn countries away. This is what America stands for. This is what democracy looks like.
And that protest at Hopkins organized on social media. New tonight.
we were just in shock. I mean, this is something unexpected. We were not given any warning.
The lives of some local families have been greatly impacted by President Trump's travel ban. Some residents stuck overseas, not allowed to return, others barred from visiting their new home in Cleveland Heights.
Kristen Volk joins us now. She spoke to two families today. And Kristen, one of the individuals affected is a University of Akron student.
That's right, Mike. He's a PhD student now stuck in his native country of Iran. I spoke to his sister this afternoon, and she tells me he expected to get his student visa to return to the U.S. last week, but Trump's executive order changed all of that and the lives of others right here in this area.
To put someone in a position to choose between a life that they've set up here and visiting their loved ones overseas is a very difficult thing to go through.
Finally, life's plans were shaping up for Westlake residents Nazir Latfi and his wife Fatima Mazaheri. She speaks little English. They had bought this Cleveland Heights home for Fatima's parents, who live in Iran. They were excited for their next visit. They were excited to go back to Iran to visit them. But all of that excitement turned upside down yesterday.
She spent the whole morning yesterday in tears because she just couldn't understand why this was happening.
Those tears in response to President Trump's executive order blocking foreigners from entering the U.S. from 7 countries, including Iran. That means Fatima's parents are banned, and so are people like Morteza Moran, a University of Akron student.
This order completely destroy people like my brother's future.
In a phone interview, Morteza's sister tells us that he went to Iran to visit family. Now he has no idea when he'll be able to return to Akron. Mr. Trump's order lasts for 3 months, but local immigration attorney David Leopold says the president has the authority to extend that order even longer.
People who played by the rules, people who did it the right way, have been told, you know what, we changed the rules, you can't come back.
I think it's a very bad situation for him because he works very hard here. He was a very hard working student. The people like him is very beneficial for the United States.
That's what these families want others to know. They are hardworking, good people. But the president has insisted that his order secures our borders and protects us from terrorists.
It's very unplanned and unpredictable. We don't know what happened, what will happen in the future.
A federal judge has issued a temporary stay blocking the deportation of individuals who arrived in the U.S. with valid visas but were denied on entry. Now, as for green card holders like Fatima, there doesn't seem to be a clear decision on whether they would be allowed back in the U.S. if they left. Tracy?
Kristen, thank you. A series of court rulings has put a hold on President Trump's refugee policy.
Yeah, today the court ordered timeout enforcing it, but it wasn't enough to keep protesters, as we know, off the streets. Here's ABC's David Wright.
President Trump had no public schedule Sunday, so protesters paid him a house call, mobbing the streets outside the White House. Thanks in part to intervention from the courts, deportations are on hold. That made for some happy reunion Sunday between detainees and their families. But Team Trump is standing firm.
If they're folks that shouldn't be in this country, they're going to be detained. And so apologize for nothing here.
The White House certainly doesn't apologize for the fact that the 7 countries on Trump's list were not involved in a single major terror attack on U.S. soil, including 9/11. And to the growing number of Republicans expressing concern that the executive order will make America less safe.
I think the effect will probably, in some areas, give ISIS some more propaganda.
The president fired back. Senators should focus their energies on ISIS, illegal immigration, and border security instead of always looking to start World War III. An important clarification. Green card holders, lawful permanent residents from the 7 countries being targeted, won't be barred from the U.S., but they will most certainly face extra questions. David Wright, ABC News, Washington.
And And Ohio Governor John Kasich, who sparred with President Trump during the primaries, taking to Twitter today to share his thoughts on the travel ban, saying, quote, "We must strengthen our nation's security through well-thought-out and constructed plans. The latest executive order is neither." He also added the president's EO should be replaced with a more thoughtful approach consistent with our values.
Right now, serial bank robbers are on the run. The crooks are considered armed and dangerous and becoming more bold with each holdup. Tonight, the FBI is so concerned the reward money has doubled. The three masked robbers with guns drawn run into the U.S. Bank in Highland Heights, jump over the counter, and take over the bank. Surveillance cameras captured the robbery January 9th. Then 12 days later, the FBI told me they struck again. This new video is from a robbery at a PNC bank on South Moreland in Cleveland.
They are very violent.
And Special Agent Vicki Anderson told me they are becoming more bold. The first robbery, watch as one of the crooks grabs the manager and forces her to the ground. The latest robbery, the trio of thieves run in with guns out, yell at employees and customers to get their hands up and get down on the ground. And this time, a shot was fired.
The second robbery, they had the teller get down on her knees. Thank goodness she complied, because another one, whether it was an accident or not, the other one fired a shot and the gun went off and it hit the wall right where she would have been standing.
In both cases, Anderson told me there is a getaway driver waiting in a stolen car outside. Tonight, the FBI is looking for help identifying the robbers, who are covered from head to toe with masks and gloves and hoodies.
We really feel confident that somebody out there in the public recognizes clothing, mannerisms, the way they hold themselves, the way they walk, whatever, and will give us a tip that we need.
And now the FBI is hoping money talks. Tips can be anonymous and reward money is available. Now, PNC is offering a $10,000 reward, and the FBI recently announced they are offering another $10,000 for information leading to the serial bank robbers.
Coming up on News 5 at 11, refugee response. President Trump's travel ban is gaining the attention of some heavy hitters in the business world. The latest on what several companies are doing for those being turned away.
A furry friend is giving a local cheerleading squad new life. How he's lending a paw to one member, helping them shine during competition.
Collection calls, the one thing consumers dread the most. But what if you weren't behind on one of your bills and you're still getting harassed? News 5 showing you the do's and don'ts so you don't waste your money.
But first, tonight's winning lottery numbers. You're watching News 5 at 11.
This winter, save on the adventurous Toyota RAV4, which has more horsepower than Nissan Rogue and no-cost maintenance you can't get on Honda CR-V. Now get 0.9% financing on RAV4 or $1,000 customer cash. Toyota, let's go places.
Welcome to the beautiful dream that is dinner time. Because you won $200 from an Ohio Lottery instant game and bought yourself life-canceling headphones. Pasta with Beethoven. Play the new Ohio Lottery instant games. It doesn't take a lot to feel like a million.
If you have play dates at your house, be ready to clean up the mess. The kids had fun, but it's pretty gross. What's that? It's a Swiffer wet jet. I can just grab this and just go right to the mess. That comes from my floor? That's disgusting.
I want friends over.
You want friends over?
Kill radon before it kills you. Go to radoneliminator.com.
From across the globe to every corner here at home, they ask, they listen. They've been right there for more than a decade. Everywhere you need them. David Muir, covering our world. Rob Powers and Danita Harris, covering our home. News leaders you can count on. That's why more Clevelanders watch News 5 at 6 and ABC's World News Tonight. And we thank you.
So, what do you think? The Santa Fe Sport or that Tucson?
Well, both drive great. They've got a lot of cool features.
Plus, they both come with America's best warranty.
You all right, man? And unlike me, they have traction control with all-wheel drive.
Better is the reason to buy Hyundai, and this is the reason to buy now. Lease the Tucson for $169 a month, or the Santa Fe Sport for $189 a month. Visit buyhyundai.com today.
Right in the crumple zone.
On the road again. Just can't wait to get on the road again. On the road again. Like a band of gypsies, we go down the highway.
No matter which Passat you choose, you get more standard features for less than you expected. Hurry in and lease this 2017 Passat S for just $199 a month. Visit VWDealer.com today.
Well, a group of young athletes from Northeast Ohio giving us all a reason to smile tonight.
Yeah, they're members of a special cheer team set to strut their stuff on the national stage. And today we got a sneak peek at their routine that will certainly have the fur flying at their next competition.
Make some noise for Cheer World All-Star!
Team Zeta tearing up the mat. But as you can see, there's a twist to this performance.
This is the first time that we know of that a service dog is going to be on the competitive mat.
Among the athletes with special needs, Cyclone the service dog. He helps 7-year-old Harrison, who is nonverbal, stay focused.
Otherwise, Harrison has a tough time getting through all the lights and the sound and all the sensory input.
Harrison's dad, John, says Cyclone helps his son off the cheer mat as well. He says his 7-year-old is now more social with his teammates.
He'll go up to them now and initiate interaction and dance with them and play with them. And that was something when we started here that, Harrison wasn't doing at all.
We've seen tremendous growth and acceleration what he's gotten to do with the use of the service dog. So we were excited to add a K9 to the roster.
The team, along with Cyclone, ready to head to the Cheerleading World Championships down in Orlando. Melanie Beluca is excited about performing on a national level.
I get all the crowds, because they're really nice and friendly.
If this performance is any indication, these superstars are ready to shine.
New tonight, tech giants reacting to President Donald Trump's travel ban. Apple CEO Tim Cook says the company does not support the ban. In an email to his employees, Cook writes, Apple is open to everyone, no matter where they come from, which language they speak, or who they love, or how they worship. Cook also said Apple would not exist without immigration. Apple was founded by Steve Jobs, the son of a Syrian immigrant.
In response to President Trump's immigration order, Starbucks plans to hire 10,000 refugees in the next 5 years. The company says people who served the U.S. troops will be hired first. The hiring will happen in all 75 countries where Starbucks operates. And once they clock out, homestay service Airbnb is offering anyone denied U.S. entry under President Trump's executive order free housing. The CEO tweeted, "Not allowing countries or refugees into America is not right, and we must stand with those who are affected." Airbnb operates in more than 191 countries.
Well, what would you do if someone called and said you owed several $100s for a past debt and that you needed to pay it immediately or face court costs?
Consumer reporter John Mattery shows what to do when a debt collector calls so you don't waste your money.
People everywhere are answering their phones only to find a debt collector on the other end about some debt they have no recollection of owing. Well, one man is dealing with these calls, and what he learned is helpful advice to all of us.
Sam Powers received a frightening call on his cell phone claiming someone was filing a civil complaint against him.
My heart went into my throat and I thought, oh my gosh, what did I do?
The woman said failure to respond may result in immediate legal action. Sam didn't know what to do.
I got a little information online, couldn't locate this law firm, couldn't find any information about this at all.
We checked the number that called him and found no company connected to it, only complaints about similar threatening calls. An attorney who specializes in debt collections calls these zombie debt collectors and says they try to scare hardworking people into paying debts that may not be theirs.
If you think about it, the best people to go after are those with good credit reports, those with no debt, because those are the people that are going to be able to pay.
The good news is you don't have to talk to a debt collector on the phone. You have the right, under law, to demand that they send it to you in the good old-fashioned U.S. mail.
The FTC's Fair Debt Collection Practices Act states that a debt collector must tell you the name of the original creditor. They must tell you that you have the right to dispute the debt and that you can demand written verification. Sam now realizes they may not even have his personal info.
They said that something was tied to my name and social security number, but they didn't say my name or my social security number.
So if you get a call like this, demand it all in writing, then hang up. Whatever you do, the most important thing is to never give them your social security number over the phone and never agree to pay them anything until you see it in writing. So you don't waste your money. I'm John Matteries, News 5.
Well, a few flakes earlier today turned into some downright dangerous roads tonight.
Yeah, dangerous road conditions, whiteout conditions, along with the bitter cold that's just really taking over here. Things started to rev up around 8 o'clock tonight. The squalls, they are really persisting even for Cuyahoga County, Lake Geauga, and Ashtabula. We were under an advisory for Cuyahoga. Now that has turned into a warning until 10 a.m. But you can see the scene right now. It's whiteout conditions across the greater Cleveland area with reduced visibility down to about 1/4 mile for greater Cleveland all the way into Lake Geauga. Things are slightly better to Wayne County, Route 30 corridor, Mansfield. You're only seeing some isolated activity, but things are going to start to rev up here once again throughout your overnight hours. You can see the squall is making its way across Lake and downtown Cleveland right now, the darker blues, but just a few flakes for Summit County. Let's show you where this moisture continues to make its way in, even from the west side, Westlake, Avon Lake. Watching these bands that are currently offshore, but they are going to make their way in here fairly quickly. Saw some heavy snow even for Cleveland Heights, University Heights. Now it's starting to sag south and east all day long. Lake County has really been on my radar. Already have about 3 to 5 inches on the ground, and we're forecasting more throughout your overnight. You can see the spin of this moisture tracking over the lake, and it will be consistent all the way into your Monday. So 3 of our counties under that lake effect snow warning until 10 a.m. and advisory until 10 a.m. for Ashtabula County. I want to break it down even more from our future cast. Our temps are going to linger in the 20s here, so that bitter cold, also the west winds 15 to 20 miles per hour, really helping with that fetch of moisture that is affecting the primary snow belt. This is around 5 a.m. The timing right now is perfect for your early morning commute. That's really unfortunate here. We could see some delays or even cancellations, so I want you to wake up to Good Morning Cleveland tomorrow as this snow continues to make its way across the area. This is around 6:15. It starts to make its way into Summit County, and temperatures are in the teens to lower 20s. Things will not really die down for the primary snow belt until about 12 o'clock and still affecting Erie, Huron County. I do want to take a look at this model here. Look it to the west. Near 6 inches. I think it's overdoing it just a tad bit. 3 to 6 for Cuyahoga to Lake and Geauga County. So I am going to issue a weather alert, especially for tomorrow's early morning commute. As I said, slick roadways. We've seen a thin ice layer form across our major highways, so make sure you're taking it slow. With temperatures, our kids, they're at the bus stop tomorrow morning, and we will be the feel-like temperatures in the single digits. Very dangerous driving. So you can see temperatures are going to bounce back up Tuesday afternoon, 37, still tracking scattered snow. And Wednesday, even more, we're going to see a little bit more snowfall, but things should dry out for your Thursday. Now, on a lighter note here, people are enjoying the snow. That's from JM, and people getting out. They love it for our Spotlight Sunday. They love a little bit of snowfall.
It sure looks pretty. All right, Hakeem's here now. A quality win for the Cavs today.
A quality win, and we're going to give you a taste of what's coming up on the Ford Sports Sunday, including LeBron getting animated, poking fun at a teammate. We'll explain next on News 5.
Take the roar out of snore. Yet another innovation only at a Sleep Number store. Nasty weather means nasty roads, but you've got places to go. And Toyota has 10 all-wheel or four-wheel drive vehicles to get you there. Now, during Toyota's Winter Savings Event, get an American-made Tundra with 1.9% financing for 60 months or up to $1,000 customer cash. Get 0 for 60 on the adventurous RAV4 or $1,000 customer cash. Or lease the aggressively sophisticated all-wheel drive Highlander for $299 a month. Don't let them get away. Toyota, let's go places.
It's a new day, the start of something big, because Time Warner Cable is now Spectrum, redefining what a cable company can be, delivering more free HD than ever before, plus thousands of free on-demand titles, just $29.99 a month when you call 844-348-2999. With Spectrum Internet, enjoy the fastest starting speeds, 60 megabits per second. That's enough speed for all your devices. Plus no data caps and a free modem, just $29.99 a month. And with Spectrum Voice, get reliable, unlimited nationwide calling, plus unlimited calling to Canada, Puerto Rico, and Mexico, all with no added taxes or fees. Just $29.99 a month. Call 844-348-2999. With Spectrum TV, Internet, and Voice, you get it all, with no contracts and our 30-day money-back guarantee. Call 844-348-2999. Welcome to a new day. Welcome to Spectrum.
Mercedes-Benz 4MATIC all-wheel drive system makes the most of available traction by optimally engaging all four wheels. It's the difference between coping with the elements and making the elements beg for mercy. 4MATIC all-wheel drive is available on more vehicles than ever before. Lease the GLE 350 4MATIC for $599 a month at your local Mercedes-Benz dealer. Mercedes-Benz, the best or nothing.
Wow, that's a Chevy?
The most awarded lineup in the industry has people at a loss for words. Well, almost.
Are you kidding me?
Wow. This is it.
Oh, wow.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
Experience the wow factor. Take home an award-winning Chevy today.
Qualified lessees can get this well-equipped Chevy Cruze for around $157 a month. Plus, current qualified lessees get an additional $2,000 lease cash. Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
Staring down Westbrook. What a great move. Put Westbrook in the blender.
The Twitter account called you Kyrie swerving. What do you think about that?
It's nice. It's nice.
Kyrie just Oh, that was Iman Shumpert laughing in the background. Kyrie swerving was smooth, and the Cavs earn a quality win against Russell Westbrook and the Thunder. Westbrook got his first ever triple-double against the Cavs, yet the Cavs didn't give up triple digits to OKC. For only the second time this month, the Cavs holding an opponent to under 100 points. Tristan Thompson, a big reason why. End of the first half, Westbrook driving to the bucket, double T with the block. Then check out DeAndre Liggins. Takes like 5 steps, heats up a shot. LeBron poking fun, imitates Liggins. Clock had not run out, so the refs call it travel, and that allows Thompson to get another block. As for the egregious traveling violation by Liggins, here's what LeBron had to say.
Yeah, I think in his mind he was like, the clock is going to run out, so it doesn't matter how many steps I take. But the clock did not run out, and I could do nothing but laugh at that. So, you know, Double T got an extra block because he traveled, so I know Double T's happy about that.
Yeah, Tristan Thompson had himself a day. Had a season-high 19 points, 12 rebounds, tied a career high with 4 blocks, and he also tied a career high with 4 steals. Equally as impressive, Thompson playing in his 416th consecutive game. Double T defending the land. Coach Tyronn Lue pleased.
Oh, he was great. You know, defensively in the pick and roll with Westbrook, he did a great job. I thought he did a great job protecting the paint. You know, he had 4 blocks, but he was there early a lot of times, you know, making him make the extra pass. And when he angers our defense like that, we're tough.
And Tyronn Lue saying LeBron and Kyrie will play tomorrow at Dallas. Kevin Love will not. He didn't travel. Love dealing with lower back spasms today. Left in the second quarter, did not return. He'll be examined further tomorrow. Coming up on the Ford Sports Sunday, we'll go more in-depth on the Cavs' quality win against Oklahoma City.
Life is better with you.
The aggressively sophisticated Toyota Highlander just makes life better. With more power, more innovation, and more fun for the whole family. Now, during Toyota's Winter Savings Event, for $299 a month, you can lease this all-wheel drive Highlander XLE. For $299 a month, see why life is better in a Highlander. Now through January 31st. Toyota, let's go places.
Value City Furniture presents How to Binge Watch TV. First, enjoy family time while waiting for your favorite show to drop an entire season online. It's time. There you go. Next, reclaim your place on your ultimate comfort sectional from Value City Furniture. You crying? It's the ultimate value, combining the comfort of down with the bounce back of memory foam. It'll look good as new whenever you decide to get up. Perfect. And that's how to buy the perfect piece. Uh-oh. At Value City Furniture.
Cabin fever? Not me, thanks to my new Accord. Bring on the snow. Heated seats, hands-free link, smart entry, and plenty of room for my gear and the guys. Don't forget Apple CarPlay. Siri, call the crew. Gonna round up the boys for a snowball showdown. Winters are warmer in my Honda.
Stop by your local Northern Ohio Honda dealer today and drive the 2017 Honda Accord for only $199 a month. Or visit northernohiohondadealers.com.
Daddy, what are you doing?
You need to get out more.
Hey, how about a snow day?
Yeah.
With available fully active all-wheel drive, the Kia Sorento and Sportage both earned IIHS Top Safety Pick Plus awards. And the Kia Sportage was ranked highest in its segment in initial quality by J.D. Power. Discover the new Kia. Right now, lease the Sportage LX or Sorento LX for only $199 a month.
If you have a wet, musty basement, how do you know who to call?
There are a lot of waterproofers out there. It's truly a buyer's beware situation.
Start with Ohio State Waterproofing, the industry leader since 1978, having served over 80,000 customers. And they back their work with a lifetime warranty.
That's why I got into this business, to help people and to improve the quality of their lives.
Call Ohio State Waterproofing for a free in-home estimate and take the worry out of your decision.
I love knowing that we're the best waterproofing company out there.
Wow, that's a Chevy.
The most awarded lineup in the industry has people at a loss for words. Well, almost.
Wow. Are you kidding me?
Wow, this is it.
Oh, wow.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
Experience the wow factor. Take home an award-winning Chevy today.
Qualified lessees can get this Chevy Equinox for around $199 a month. Plus, find your tag and get an additional $500 lease cash on select Chevy vehicles. Log on to clickchevy.com.
If you're thinking about Chevy, think Serpentini.
More snow overnight, and the big story is going to be your early morning commute, forecasting another 3 to 6 inches for Cuyahoga, Lake, and Geauga, so be safe.
Thanks, everybody, for watching News 5 at 11. Sports Sunday's coming up next.
Yeah, we're going to leave you a live look at traffic there, boys. Slow going. Take care. Be safe.